Wow. Guys, I have officially completed a 40-day fast.
Connor Murphy used to be the poster boy for aesthetics on YouTube, getting millions of views on every video he uploaded and gaining subscribers like crazy. But in 2020, his channel would take a full U-turn into a blender of content that we hadn't seen from him before. In March, he would start creating a video series which would frantically shock the fitness community by taking on a 40-day water fast, where he wouldn't consume a single calorie while documenting the entire journey by live streaming it on YouTube. But first, let's take a look at why Connor Murphy wanted to take on this seemingly insane and destructive challenge. This is how one fitness YouTuber went from being buff to buffoonic. In 2019, Connor's content started changing from his regular pranks where he would just showcase his physique to unsuspecting women on the street, to a more sexual style of content where he would often approach drunk people to get crazier reactions. Connor's muscles were his pride, but his once shredded abs had over time turned into a pancake stack and his audience had started to take notice. However, the biggest changes became apparent after March of 2020 when you know what happened. And Connor was no longer able to approach people in the same way that he had previously done. After trying out Omegle videos as a means to continue his style of content, he also seemingly started to delve into spirituality, conspiracies, and the voices. And it started taking a big chunk out of his mental state. Even after returning to his older, more successful social media interactions and pranks, the interest for his pranks had dwindled, and following this, Connor would seek to create a new career path as a Hollywood actor and therefore moved to Los Angeles in California in search of a better career. However, around this time, in line with the stereotypes of Hollywood, Connor started delving into the usage of prohibited substances and recreational drugs, specifically psychedelics, which, if you didn't know, can alter the state of consciousness. In other words, they make you trip balls. During this period, his content started moving into what most people would call pure insanity, as he started referring to himself as being a literal god.
So, I am God.
And he even broke down crying on camera on multiple occasions. Although many of his videos have now been deleted or unlisted, one series of videos stood out amongst the chaos, namely his 40-day spiritual water fast. Because what does a human being absolutely not need? Food. For 40 days. In June of 2020, Connor would announce that he would not eat a single calorie over a period of 40 days in order to quote-unquote clear his mind and enter a spiritual state. Many fitness YouTubers would go on to call him out for being a lunatic, calling his project a disaster waiting to happen, and that he would not gain anything from it other than losing a crazy amount of body weight and also a lot of muscle mass.
Last I checked, you're not allowed to try to kill yourself on a live stream. 7 days, that's the maximum amount of time this is gonna last. There's no way it's going past 7 days. He's gonna be in a hospital before 7 days.
We're V, and today we're gonna talk about Connor Murphy, who's doing a 40-day fast. That's a pretty long time for anyone to fast.
However, Connor didn't let any of the comments affect him, and he started to fast in the middle of June with the mindset that this would help him reach some sort of enlightenment.
Alright guys, so yes, I'm doing a 40-day fast.
Connor also live streamed the entire process on YouTube, and he occasionally did question and answer sessions where he would describe how he felt throughout the process. After not eating for over 20 days, Connor would make an updated video titled "I Didn't Eat for 21 Days", where he looked like a shell of his former self, with wrinkles underneath his eyes and seemingly a much skinnier frame. It was quite obvious that he had lost a tremendous amount of weight and also a ton of muscle mass.
Yo, what is up guys? So, yes, I have officially completed a 21-day water fast. No vitamins, no food, no supplements. It's the weirdest thing. Even after 21 days, I'm not really hungry.
However, at this point, Connor claimed that he was doing absolutely fine and that he did everything under medical supervision. He stated that he didn't feel any hungrier now than he did during day 1, and to avoid cravings he had thrown out every piece of nutrients that could be found in his apartment. Although skeptics claim that he was still consuming some sort of food during this time, his massive drop in body weight would claim otherwise, as he had lost in excess of 25 pounds since his first weigh-in. A few more days would go by before he would get a visit from fellow fitness YouTuber and friend Patrick Lyons, who just wanted to check up on Connor to see how he was doing and if he was indeed still alive. Lo and behold, Connor opened the door and he looked noticeably skinnier than he did just 9 days ago, and he had lost another 6, 7 or 8 pounds. During his visit, Patrick would sit down with Connor and talk about the whole ordeal, how he was feeling, whether or not he recommended fasting in such an extreme way, what he was gonna do after, etc., just to verify that he hadn't done anything which could cause himself further harm.
So one thing that I've gotten a lot of messages about, like on a daily basis, you know, people are messaging me saying that, like, you know, they're concerned. I'm sure you've seen comments with people, you know, that are concerned. Would you say that, like, this is not something you recommend for anyone else to do?
I don't recommend it, man. No.
Prior to this, he had also been called by a mental health service via someone anonymously to check up on him. To which Connor responded that he was feeling great and had never felt better despite his inner monologue coming to light on occasion.
By the police to see if people are interested in mental health services. And so we were just calling to see if you're interested in that and that kind of thing.
Interesting. Why would I be interested in mental health services? Why did the police say that?
I guess there had been concerns from someone after they saw some videos you've posted that were just concerned about how you're doing.
I'm not sure if I understand which videos. I feel incredible. I'm great. I'm like the happiest I've been.
After finding a way to get through everything and not eating for longer than the entirety of One Piece, on day 40, Connor had lost 42 pounds since starting the fast, meaning he had lost over 1 pound a day on average, with the only deviations in body weight coming from increasing his water intake on specific days where he felt dehydrated. And although Connor looked like a shell of his former self, he claimed that he was happy and that he was pretty content with his current physique, but that he would also be gaining a lot of his lost size back over the coming weeks. However, this fast was just the starting point of a journey that would drive him into a hole of increasing his psychedelic dosages, and he would eventually go mentally insane.
Is going to give me his his divine protein shake.
But that is a topic for another time. If you guys enjoyed these videos, make sure you leave a like and a comment, it really helps the channel out. And if you want to get coached by me, the link to my coaching services is in the description, alongside my sponsors from Young LA and Process for gym clothes and supplements. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.